Hey, it's Thursday, almost to the weekend, and my first day of reintroduction. So let's get to meal one. Good morning, everyone. Here we are, our first day of reintroduction. And as I said, my first item to reintroduce is the salmon. I fried it in the pan with some bacon grease. I've also got 4 slices of bacon and 3 uh, fast fried eggs. So that's my meal one. Oh, and as per usual, coffee, just plain black today. So that is all there is to it. I will let you know how it's sitting on me this afternoon. And obviously this afternoon we'll have another salmon meal of some kind. So looking forward to it. See you in a few. Hey, just a quick update. I don't know. I'm really full and I only ate 1.5 pieces of my salmon and only 3 pieces of my bacon. And when I was eating the eggs, I ate the yolks and I still have some of the whites left and I'm just like, I cannot. So interesting. Appetite suppressed from the fish? I don't know. But what I'll do, because really reheating fish is not great, I think that I will probably take the skin off of it, flake it up, and set it aside, and mix it with some kind of maybe some butter mayo or something like a salmon salad. I don't know. Or maybe like toss it onto an egg bun. Of course, I'd have to make some. So, but I just was like, all of a sudden, I was like, no, I do not want even one more bite. And bacon and eggs are my very favorite. So we'll have to see how that holds. I will say that I don't feel like bad or anything. Just was like definitely way fast. I was like absolutely stuffed. So interesting. We'll have to see how this goes. I look forward to this afternoon. See ya. Hey, good afternoon, friends. Meal two. I do have a piece of baked salmon, no skin this time, and I made an egg yolk sauce to go on it. Uh, Basically, it's like a hollandaise, only I don't have any acid to put into it, so egg yolk sauce it is. Egg yolks that you beat until they double in volume, then you add in very slowly dribble the melted butter in while you continue whisking over a, a double boiler, and boom, sauce. I probably would like to introduce lemon in the not too far future so that I can make the full on hollandaise. We'll just see how it goes. Now, I do have to warn you, I don't have my cheese Friday prepared, and I was initially going to reintroduce some cheddar tomorrow, but I don't know that I'm actually ready for that because it's going to be only one day and another meal with the salmon. So I might not eat the cheese on my cheese Friday, but I do have a really nice one that I can still at least give you the rundown and show you the cheese, and we can talk cheese all about it. And then we'll just taste it again later on, like a live stream or something. But I still will do Cheese Friday because it's probably my favorite. So there's just that little tidbit of update. So I'm going to go eat my salmon before it cools off. And oh, also, I did make some buns, so I have a bun. That's everything. So I'll see you guys in a bit. I'll tell you about game of the day uh, and all of that jazz. See ya. Hey everyone. So what's our board game of the day? I have the version called Rampage. However, this is going to be hard for you to get. The one that you would be looking for is now called Terror in Meeple City. Yes, Terror in Meeple City. Why? Because they published this game and didn't have all the permissions, and the video game manufacturers uh, put a little kibosh down and they had to remake it. But the game is still silly, lighthearted, and fun. This is what's called a dexterity game. I was looking for recommendations on the age because I wasn't sure. There it is. It says 8 plus. Uh, maybe 7. I would say at 5 and 6, they would probably understand the rules, but uh, too easy to get carried away and be too rambunctious as you go on a rampage. And why is this Terror in Meeple City or Rampage a ridiculous and fun game? Well, because your board, the game board, is a city, and this is half the game board. You can see there's a puzzle piece and it connects. There's 2 pieces. It's just too big for the screen. And as you build, well, the board is built up with crinkle, crinkle, crinkle. I keep stuff in bags. Uh, Platforms that are part of the cities. They tell you how to do it. They're all held up by meeples, which are meeples are these little shape. You might recognize this from a certain logo. I don't know. Maybe this one will remind you even more. Let's see. Ta-da! A meeple. And they hold up as you work through. The platforms get stacked with the meeples holding it. I need 2 more meeples to show you. One. But the board is set up, the instructions say it, and you stack these several floors high. And the reason that is important is because you are a monster with your teeth for eating meeples. And your token is a nice big old monster. Look at that. Isn't he glorious? And of course you have little monster feet for your movement. And throughout the board, you, the monster, are working your way around to take these buildings down and eat them meeples. Actions throughout are dependent on cards that you have. There are 3 kinds of cards. You have character cards, which, as you can see, tells you have a meeple get a point. Cards, these are called secret superpower cards. So they let you, this one lets you draw 3 cards. There are a lot of actions. So, and of course, regular power cards that let you do things. Look at this. It lets you throw a truck. Throw a truck? Where would you get a truck? Why, it comes with trucks. So it's just ridiculous. It's very physical. You do things like, in order to move, you're going to flick your little feet across onto there and hope you knock down some platforms so that you get platforms and then get to eat meeples. And sometimes if your action is to throw a truck, you're going to throw the truck. Wasn't really pandemic friendly because one of the actions too is to blow, where you would put your hand on here and take a big old puff. You huff and puff and you blow the platforms down. So, like I said, it's ridiculous, but it's also ridiculous fun. And that is why it's called dexterity. You might be familiar with a very popular, more mainstream dexterity game called Jenga, but this has a lot of flavor and character to it, so it's a little bit more, I think it's a little bit more fun without a lot of pressure. So that's why I chose this for the game of today. So you can buy Terror in Meeple City just about anywhere. You cannot buy Rampage just anywhere. You can probably still find copies once in a while, and people do let them go. I will never let mine go because I love that it's Rampage. I actually really enjoyed the video game, so the minute it released, I was click, click, click buying that. So, I don't know. It's silly. It's not your heavy thinking game. It's just a fun game. So that's why I put it out here. You know what? I do love heavy, crunchy thinking games, heavy cardboard. I even go to a convention where they play heavy cardboard games, where it's, space battles and elaborate. It takes you 2 hours just to set the game up before you can even play, and then you have to sit and think and strategize. But I also enjoy lighthearted, fun games, as you can tell, and I'm very, very enthusiastic about things that are family friendly. So if you're looking for family friendly fun, things where you don't mind being a little silly, there you go. Get yourself a Terror in Meeple City, aka the game formerly known as Rampage. So I know it sounds like an advertisement, but I'm actually just very excited. I forgot about this game for a little bit, and I saw it on my shelf, and I was like, oh, we should do that. It's time where we can have little parties again. So, all right, there's your game of the day. I also used my community tab for the first time. However, it was ridiculous, stupid early in the morning, so you might not see it in the feed. I want you to know that it is there though. I put a little picture of some coffee tasting and said, hey, I've talked about that, the James Hoffman coffee tasting of American grocery store coffees. If you want to see something like that on my channel and for us to do this tasting on the Sunday night live stream, let me know which coffees you like to get in your grocery store and let's mix it in. So if you don't see that community tab posting because I didn't know what I was doing yet, go ahead and comment on this video and name me some grocery store coffees and I'll start picking them up and we can schedule that into the live stream. I don't know if it'll be this Sunday or not. I haven't scheduled my live stream for this Sunday, but we are going to do the eggs royale for the recipe of the week because as you can see, I reintroduced the salmon today. Other than being really full, which was not what I was expecting. I was expecting more tummy grumbles or feeling, uh, or maybe even like gassy or upset, and I didn't have any of that. But I am just like really full, and like I definitely don't want any more. So that was an interesting reaction. And to me, that does not imply intolerance. It does imply that my gut biome is surprised by something different after 30 days of the same old foods. So let's see how it happens and how it works for tomorrow. Uh, I also did get on my scale this morning. Hadn't been on there in a while. I got on there a couple days after I hurt my ankle, and then before I got on the scale right before we started, just so I had some kind of metric, even though weight is not really a big concern of mine. But I know people like to hear those kind of numbers. And over the course of my 30 days of BBBE, including the fact that I had inflammation from the ankle injury, so it went up for a second and then it dropped back down. Overall, I had a loss of 6.5 pounds. So was it like some kind of tremendous weight loss? No. But did I even need to lose weight in the first place? No. But I also didn't lose that weight until after I injured my ankle. So I'm not really sure what triggered that because I didn't change my eating patterns. I just stopped exercising. So we'll see. But by the same token, the important number. So my body fat percentage went down 4 percentage points. And for a while there, it had actually creeped back up before I went on this BBBE stint. I don't have any reason why, except for that maybe I was eating more treaty things again. I keep cleaning that stuff out of my plan, and then I get real busy and I start relying on more and more treats. And at the same time, I was doing a lot of challenges, and I was definitely getting more muscular in appearance, but I was doing less of the intense endurance things, the less cycling and more squats and things like that. And as a result, I think that was part of why, while according to my scale and my DEXA scan and all of that, um, I had more muscle mass. I also put on some fat, but you couldn't tell it from my clothes. They weren't getting too snug or anything. They were still fitting comfortable. In fact, some things got a little looser. So I also could just have been some recompose, or maybe something wasn't as accurate. But doesn't at this stage. I'm really in a good place. And like I said, I lost that 6.5 pounds. But the important part was that my body fat percentage went down, and so there we are. And actually, I will tell you, even though I do have some pretty good sized bat wings, um, my sleeves are not pinching quite as tight as they were. So recomposition, hooray. Uh, that's everything for today. I'm really going to shut up again. I encourage you guys to play ridiculous, silly, fun games. Rawr. All right, I'll catch you all later. Have a great Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday. Yay! Oh, and look at this. Look at this. Ridiculous. I need a haircut so bad, and I just can't get any time because I can't drive myself somewhere. And I like to go to my friend who is like a brilliant hairstylist. Absolutely brilliant. I don't need some kind of brilliant hairstylist. I don't have that complicated of a haircut, but I still prefer to go there. And but he needs booked out like a couple weeks in advance. So, oh, I'm so far behind. I don't know what I'm going to do about it. I will take care of it because I'm prioritizing fun over things that I should be doing instead, because I'm getting some more ear piercings this weekend with my kid who is getting their septum pierced, and we thought that would be a ridiculous fun thing. You know, we're both adults. My kid is over 20, so don't think that I'm taking like my little kid to the tattoo parlor. That's not how it works. Although I will say, I do believe that if you are getting ear piercings for a minor, you still want to go to a piercing professional, which means a lot of times they are in tattoo parlors. Doesn't matter. They're experts. They are much cleaner than the mall stores. They have better equipment. They have autoclaves. Everything is spotless, and you get care that is like okayed by the public health department and inspected all the freaking time for cleanliness. So that's just one of those weird facts. People don't think about it, and there's a lot of stigma about people with tattoos or things like that. And yeah, none of that is actually true. Actually, most of the tattoo people I know are not really actually. They look edgy, but they're actually more nerdy than your average person. So go figures, right? So enjoy. And now I'm really done. I'm done blathering for today. I'm excited because I found a game that I love and I forgot all about it because we've been playing so many other things. So, see ya. You have a great day. I will catch you all later. Bye bye.